A part of my mind when I like start talking is always like, oh my God, why does she want to share this? You know, like that's a huge thing that I think. Thinking of myself in third person, like why does she want to share this moment? I thought this was just like an us moment. And that's what happens. I feel like that's just something that every creator or like person who sells their time, you know, really consciously knows about that self-discussion, you know, that relationship with yourself. By the way, Google has control of the TV and Spotify has control of the laptop, so we'll find out, you know, what we hear in the background of this one. But I'm always just like, what possessed me? You know, like quite rightly, like what possessed me? I gotta zoom in here. To do it that way. And I asked myself that, you know, I listen to myself talk. I look at the way that I have like established, oh God, doing the feet is always like the most awkward thing. My presence like online, in my professional content and conduct. All of these different spheres and being like, what am I fucking doing? All the time, you know? And then I'll get a really good piece of feedback and I'll be like, oh yeah. But this is something else, you know? I'm like, what am I making here? This is so beautiful. And I like keep trying to explain it to myself and trying to like make it at the same time. And it's so hard. And I'm like, this is just what it's like to be a creator. Like this just has to be it. And I love it and I hate it. And I'm like, oh my God, if I had, you know, I had tried really hard to empathize with creative types long before I tried to do a creative project, you know, just like hedging my bets on that. But at the same time, it's just like one thing to do it or to see it, and another thing to fucking Google. I do love Lindor. He's got a fence. He has to fix the fence. Oh no, Harbor Freight. Harbor Freight's a secret. Fuck, that's where they do good fucking electrical cords. They actually do have good extension cords. I hate to say it. Every time I say Google's right, some part of me flinches, and I'm like, guys, it's okay.
Tucked in or out? In for the wedding photos, out for the dance floor. Yeah. No, like you're dancing, just like a person. Oh, sure. Hey, honey, I'm dancing. Don't. Okay. And that's how you close.
This one's for you, Cardi. Just getting up in that pink. I'm literally just drawing pink things. This is why I can't be like a erotic artist. As much as I consider it sometimes, I'm like, there's too much going on here. Maybe if we could all fucking calm down for a second, I'd consider it. Export. Summer in the Rockies. Open. Whoa. 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 PNG image. And what are we gonna call this one? We should call it Mujak. Q mark. Okay, yeah, we'll call it that. That's great. Okay. Yeah, these things are like seriously just a bitch to put out. I swear to God, that's it. Like, all I have to do is kind of chit chat for an hour, record it, draw like a cute thumbnail, and upload it. And I say like all I have to do because that's not really a whole lot for me. But sometimes it is a whole lot for me. And I'm just like, this is more trouble than it's worth. I don't know why I'm bothering, you know? And then I'll see something I've done or I'll hear myself in a new way and I'll be like, oh my God, this is just as much for me as it is for like the few listeners I do have out there. So like it's worth, God, those shapes are so important. It's worth no, I wanted blue. It's worth like just caring about the cryptids for a bit, you know, and like the fairies. And you just can't explain that to people. Like your own version of whatever lore you need to contemplate in order to feel, you know, whatever amount of safe you can possibly eke out in this existence. You know, you don't owe anybody what that sounds like or what that is. And that's like a really hard part of this casting together aspect of things, is this like trying to be clear about what you're asking people to give you, especially, and this is something I thought about a lot, especially when, you know, a lot of times you don't really know what you're giving away when it comes to journalism or like even social media posts. You don't fully know what you're giving away until you give it. Like there's this extra aspect of seeing yourself reiterated in like a techno mirror that is available to the world. Like that has its own weight and consequence, and you never fully know what it's gonna feel like until you do it. It's a lot like skydiving, you know, and for some, well, for some people they see it like skydiving. I see it more like, you know, like an arts and crafts project, like a collage maybe. But plenty of people see it as skydiving and are just like, oh my God, where are we putting the pink on this one? Oh, my breathing. I'm watching this YouTube playlist of like things that I posted that got hella enormous viewership, and I'm like, okay, what are we focusing on in this one? Just like, oh, it's me breathing. Yep. He did tell me that was his favorite. It's really important to know who your first follower is. He's telling me to delete that. I'm like, I don't do edits. Fuck it, we ball. think we just need more hills. No? You think we're done? Oh, yellow. Of course, yellow. We don't have to abandon skyscrapers, y'all. We can still enjoy skyscrapers. In Cozy's Utopia, skyscrapers are a-okay. These shapes don't need to disappear. You just suck at picturing shapes, I guess, for some reason. We can keep skyscrapers. We can just make them sustainable. They count as art, you know. They do, architecturally speaking. We don't want to lose any of these amazing feats. Yeah, we're just gonna do like yellow blocks. In a way that's both like easily ignorable, but not
Old Spice Fiji deodorant
easily
smells
ignored.
of coconuts and palm trees, and it's gentle on my skin.
Old Spice. You can smell that, can't you? You know exactly how Old Spice smells. It is the man on the horse on the beach, isn't it? What a beautiful man, wasn't he? God, you'd kill to know that actor's name, but it actually does cost a lot of emotional labor to remember and say their names.
Your membership is your companion, with the partner you trust.
Tut, tut, tut.
We're always with you. I can tell when someone's lying. It's kind of a thing I do. Who are you? I am Felicity Price. Both. Tell me that you didn't kill her. I think I might be foolproof.
Barracuda. Bum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum ba dum bum bum. Honeybee. I'm gonna call this episode Honeybee. I don't even care. IDEK, May. I know, I just had to bring Mac Miller into it. I had to. It was in the book. The good book said I had to. Yeah, the Bible. The Bible told me to. I just did some basic Bible dipping. I just opened it up to any page and I clicked on a word with my finger, and then I decided to take that seriously and maybe read the context surrounding it depending on how I was feeling. Yeah, some like anal retentive part of me decided that we needed to fill all of this in, and I'm like, do we need to fill all of this in, or are you just anxious now because you're bringing up morality so quickly? I think I make people anxious because I bring up morality so quickly all the time. I'm like, do we not have morals? Like, are we not moved by the hearts of other men? Like, who are we? Are we mice or are we men? No. It's not always mice and men level deep. The moon is made of cheese in this instance. Oh no, I can't do that. Moon cheese. Okay. Yeah. This became overly involved very quickly in the same way that the values one did. So I'm like, yep, I guess we're getting deep into morality now. Like, I don't know that we really had a choice there. I have to zoom in. Fuck. And I have to use black at a very small pixel size. Oof. Okay. Yeah, that's the move. Okay. Yep. That was for sure the move. Thank God I can think about using black the color like an artist and not like a hyper fucking socio-politicized creature. I'd like to continue to be able to keep that practice. Yeah. Through the use of my ears and personal interpretation of the world around me. I'm so serious. Such a serious person. Yeah, and now I'm listening to myself do art while doing art on a Sunday. Big fucking shocker, right? I know you're just stupid surprised. Yes. Outlining this was the move. As tedious as it is. God, it is really tedious. It's worth it. It's worth it. It's so worth it. Just do it. It's a fucking thumbnail size. You're not even working with that crazy of a size. I know. I know you know. Okay, fine. This is what it's like to be inside my head. Yes. Give it a little extra shag right there. That's perfect. Make it look intentional. You did it. I love that I ended up going off in the last episode about Janelle Monáe again. I'm like, yeah, so she's pop, but she's also like a rapper, and people don't take her seriously, and they never appreciate her, even when it is pop. Like when they complained about her being at Coachella, oh my god, that was just a way to harp on Coachella. Like, fuck all of you people. And it always just devolves into that with me. I get so fucking riled. Like, you don't even understand. She's my hero. She just brought a certain work, like, there's just a long line of female rappers that, like, are not that old and are mostly still alive that worked, like, super hard for her to be able to do. Like, to get the reach that she got. And the fact that, like, of course, that part is not going to be highlighted and you're just going to, like, hear the drama surrounding her is, like, just such a bitchy cheerleader fucking move. I'm just like, it's like, is this fucking Linkin Park? No, it's not Linkin Park. I was about to have a minor conniption. As opposed to a major one, yeah. Could have been a major one. But we got away clean with that. Am I outlining the rest of this? I don't feel like I should be. Yeah, this is the Dreaming Spires. It looks great. The only way it could look better is if we added this. But like, this is a lot of work. I don't know. Is it worth it? Is it worth it? Is it worth it? I guess it's worth it. It's pretty good. No, it is. It's really cool. It looks like honeycomb, but it's not. And it's like obviously man-made or like intelligently designed. I can't assume it was man. I know, it's an alien world perhaps even. Who knows? This is why fiction is so comforting to me. I once had a friend who was like, fiction is the most terrifying thing I've ever seen. I won't read it. I will only read nonfiction. And I'm like, terrifying? Like, I'd never heard that one before. She was like, it scares me. And I'm like, it's fucking, like, you mean horror scares you? She was just like, no, fiction overall, as a general rule, like, scares me. And I'm like, why? Fiction is so comforting. And now I kind of get it.
Odor protection with only 9 ingredients isn't a myth.
Lindor, made to melt you.
It's the fact that life is stranger than fiction, I think.
Life is expensive. Quality tools don't have to be. That's why over 75 million customers have made Harbor Freight America's #1 tool store. Harbor Freight, with over 15.
This outline has been tragically terrifying to do. Every step of the way I have not been convinced I'm doing it at all. Super uncomfortable. It does sound like I felt so hard. It sounds like the intro to a Linkin Park song. I stand by that. It's like there's only so many chords in the universe, Cozy. I know that's what I was talking about in the last episode, and I was like, follow the guitars. I realize I'm always issuing a command like follow the white rabbit style command, like every time I talk. I'm like, so here's the like cultish Wikipedia hole to get caught up in today, fam. And last episode I was like, it's in the guitars, but you can't have the guitars unless we talk about the rap. It's Truex. I think there's water coming off of this. Yeah, I think, yeah, this got really complex since we zoomed in, but let's export it. It's time. Whoa. What should we call it? Honeycomb skyscrapers. Yeah, honeycomb skyscrapers. Sounds good. Okay. I hate the way I do this where I like do it as a PNG and then I delete the thumb and then I do a new paint layer, but it's also just like so efficient. I'm not ready to give it up. Okay, let's use blue. I love that blue. That blue loved me too. I know. I'm like fading. I'm like, I don't want to talk anymore. How much longer? And I'm looking at it and it's like 25 minutes and I'm like, fuck, that's so long. I still have to keep talking. And it's like, no, 'cause you don't have to keep talking. And I'm like, yeah, I know, but yeah, I do. You know, like, yeah, I do. I started this shit. And I want to. Like, I got shit to say. But I'm just, yeah, I'm like, it's Sunday and we're drawing, and I just don't feel like doing a whole lot. But at the same time, I want to do a lot, and I just can't decide. It's the real, yeah, I'm struggling with indecision, hardcore. I want to do, like, small detail work for long periods, is what I want to do, and I'm, like, irritated that a variety of unnecessary factors are getting in my way. I cursed everyone with art block, and I cursed myself with art block too. No, very literally, like, if I curse you, I also curse myself so that I, like, understand what you're going through. It's only fair. Oh yeah. These webs do be tangled and weaving themselves. Yeah, you tangle them up, they weave themselves. That's what I've learned in my life. You don't even have to weave. They'll do that part. You just do the tangling. Oh, it's so frustrating when your body does not respond the way you want it to. I had a friend who, like, I probably shouldn't say this, but like, I think she would not mind, because this is so common with women in general, so, like, I don't think it would, you know, like, nobody's gonna know who she is by me saying this, but, you know, she's just, like, so fucking frustrated that even when she wants to have sex or be horny or, like, do things, like, dirty things or whatever, like, it doesn't feel like it's ever under her control. And it's so frustrating. It's so fucking frustrating. And it's so, like, there are so many other things also outside of her control that it is a constant balancing act, like, beat down to try to figure out how to be horny and to, like, yeah, like, horny on command. Like, I have decided that I would like to be horny now and to do horny people things. And that's, like, just feels so completely, like, unobtainable for so many women. And I'm just, like, I've always been like, oh my god, that's so scary and sad. Like, I'm sorry that's happening to you. I don't know how to help because, like, I don't have that problem. Like, it freaks me out. It really does. And it's, oh, I shouldn't be saying any of this. Yeah. Stop saying you're in trouble. Okay, but this is, like, so not a common, or, like, not an uncommon phenomenon for, like, most women, and we have become sophisticated enough at this point that we can very obviously blame, you know, some sexism in the room. And if you're a woman, like, struggling with the sexism yourself, I would suggest reading How to Be a Woman by Caitlin Moran, because, oh my god, so helpful. It really helped me, at least. And yeah, so, like, I do think there is some sexism in the room that's causing a lot of that, like, struggle for horniness, but I also think it's, like, here's where it gets complex, because, like, I don't really know if I should, or if I want to, or if I want to talk on it to this, you know, like, length. But I'm just like, a lot of that has to do with how comfortable you are with the like underlying factors of what makes you horny. And so like if that's not, oh, that's wrong. That's not gonna work. If you don't know what that is, or you can't examine what that is without having to wade through a bunch of trauma, which most women do have to do, you know, it makes it so much harder, and then it like just bumps it down the list, you know, of like things I need to do today. Top of my list isn't like protect my capacity to be horny. Although I would argue it's kind of the one of the top of my list. And I feel like I'm paying for it, you know, like you fucking whore. A little bit. Like, okay, I shouldn't have said that out loud, but oh my god. Yeah, I'm like, how do we have this conversation in a nuanced and like healthy or like health focused, like sex positive, like let's discuss sort of way? And I'm like behind the times because there's so many people who already have these conversations really, really well and really nuanced. So like I know I'm speaking to a more sophisticated audience than I am being, and that's always like nerve-wracking. But you know, I'm used to it. And I kinda need to know. Yeah, where's I even going with that? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I think women are shamed and they like participate in shaming themselves for like having sex drives. And one of the worst parts is that we are really into shame, like sexually into shame also. So it just doesn't help. Like we shame ourselves for having the sex drive, and then we like how it feels to be shamed, and then like yeah, there are these tangled webs being woven indeed. And still, yeah, like every woman is just like super unique about the way that they do those things. And it's like how every snowflake, like, there just like isn't one that's the same ever. Like, no orgasm is ever the same. Like, no woman is ever the same. It's just like, it's so specific to her how it works. So, like, it's never a conversation that you can even have that's like super super generalized. But I don't know, I've just been like thinking, oh, that's nice. Okay, file, export. This is just like a pattern layered over a simpler pattern. That's nice. Okay, pattern z. Okay, I think I can probably handle this. I'm like freaking out. I'm just panicking. I'm like, I need to draw the thumbnails so I feel in control. The document has been modified. Do you want to save it? No. Perfect.
Tucked in or
How do you hide a body, Daisy?
in for the wedding photos. Out for the
Denzel Curry, fuck yeah.
No, like you're dancing, just like a person.
Oh, sure.
If that's
Hey, honeycomb dancing.
don't.
Okay.
And that's how your goals.
Who was that? Was that the lady from Kimmy Schmidt? I always get excited. That's the best part about commercials, is seeing celebrities that you like. And then I'm never like around to watch the commercial, and I feel just bad. I feel terrible about it. I do. I feel terrible. Oh, 35. Okay, so what did we just do anyway? I'm like kind of listening to music, kind of drawing, kind of watching myself draw, which is soothing. But what? Studio. He's ready to reap, guys. He's ready to fucking reap. You better watch out. I love that line. Okay. Honeycomb skyscrapers, Muzak Q mark. Muzak Q mark, so that'll be the last one. Honeycomb skyscrapers, that's today, that's this one. And then patterns will be tomorrow's, and that'll be great. Okay, cool. We drew the blueprint this time. That was kind of the hope. I was like, we're not getting like rid of blueprints. We're just going to change the way that we use we're going to change which thing is being the blueprint now. Like that's and we're going to let that be a little bit more flexible because I need flexibility. Templates, here we go. Give me, yeah, I'll take 300. I know, it sounds like I'm always playing a game of like slots or Jeopardy or something, and I don't mean to sound like that when I talk about doing art or anything, but a lot of what I like think about as being, the just basic facts of life involve a lot of risk, and I don't know. I have been, this is gonna be hard. I don't know if I can do this. Okay, yeah, I'll do that. That should work. So yeah, honeycomb skyscrapers, I guess this is just another discussion about how, like, technologically advanced we are and how capable we are of building sustainable, long-term, like even densely populated urbanite style community. In ways that are just like so doable, and people are doing it, but we also kind of want reassurance that like the new things that we build aren't gonna get fucking destroyed by the bully in town, right? Like, and we all have a different concept of who that bully is, but we all also know that like evil tends to wear many faces but be the same thing, right? Like, we got this, we understand that, we're smart people. I really do think we're just sophisticated enough for this kind of large scale change, but somebody needs to bring it out into the open and make it clear that that's what we're doing in a positivistic, like, let's try for something new. Yeah, let's try for like some like less doom and gloom, more positivity, more like focused on building healthy, like stable community. We want stability. We want this like, oh yeah, like I was talking about generational wealth. I was talking about having this long term, like we want to be able to keep our traditions. We want to be able to like know our great 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 grandparents, like and just have that be a natural, normal part of the family dynamic. Like, we have this desire for stability that we share, like, across all people, across all cultures. And it really, like, ends up becoming more this question of how can we ensure that for everyone in a way where we all feel satisfied, and like, is that possible? And I'm making like a really, I hope, a strong argument for like, yes, it is really possible, and we could do it, together today. But we also need, we need everyone to be able to have these conversations with themselves, with each other, and that's not happening. Like, that's just not happening. Nobody's talking about it at this level. Nobody feels safe to talk about it at this level, which I totally get. But it needs to be, like, you can't, like, feel safe before you start. It's one of those things where you, like, can't ensure the conditions of safety before you begin because it's new ground. It's completely new ground. So, and it has to come from within. It has to be internally and like self-motivated too. It can't be because other people are doing it. It can't be because that's the thing that we're doing. It can't be like the bandwagon thing or the popular thing in that sense. It has to be like people are doing it because they think it's what's right. They think it's what's good. And that's so important. Like that, it literally just can't be done without that aspect, you know? So that's another thing that I'm like, okay, taking, you know, some perspective, taking a step aside, a step back, and just being like, what is going on there? Oh, okay. Like, where are we at in some of these other things, and how confident do I feel, you know, about what we're capable of doing? And I just still feel very fucking confident. You know, I look at the type of art that we produce. I look at the complexity of ideas that we convey with one another, that we like can convey even with a look. And I'm like, nah, we do have this. And it's more of a question. Yeah, I'm going to draw the deep water really quick. I just don't want to forget it's there. It's more of a question of like, what are we doing about it, and who's talking about it? Like, we don't have... Okay, fine. Oh, that's good. Yeah, that's a nice color. Isn't she just the best? She just roans. She ain't afraid. She ain't afraid to do the roaning. Oh, they're going off on that guitar. Journey style, I'm telling you. Oh, this art layer got out of control. I didn't mean to do all that. But that is something I now will be doing. Okay. My last fucking thing. Listen to the guitars! And then I'm like, yes, Journey. Like, who listens to this and is like, I am finding the deep stories of the universe in what she says here today? Like, no.
Lindor, made to melt you by the Lint Master Chocolatier.
72-hour odor protection
Ew.
with just 6 ingredients isn't a myth.
Think you know Harbor Freight? Think again. We've introduced...
I did not think I knew Harbor Freight. I forget that Harbor Freight exists. You know, that's just not something that occurred to me. Think you know Harbor Freight? No. No, I did not think I knew that.
Out of the ordinary, going to a sporting event.
You have a class A class. Anywhere where I can order. My favorite part about Bumble is
that I get to meet people with similar interests.
I get to be the one.
Okay. And then we're gonna do that. Yes. Put that one under that one. Yeah. They're called the alt-right. Fucking called it, kids. Oh man, I did accidentally put some black in this in the wrong layer. That's okay. We'll just incorporate it. They're called the alt-right. That means, I'm like, and that means I can put black in it in any way. Okay, try not to make this more complicated than it already is. White. White. That's so off-white. That's so red. I know. I know. Okay, well, it's sand. It's not white white. It's either sand or, yeah, or water or salt. That's like 3 different whites. You know, I'm kind of tired of your sass at this point. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, there's just a certain amount of, oh, that's fucking sick though. Yeah, okay. Well, I'll take sass for that if that's the cost of sass. Uh-huh. Oh yeah, that looks good. That is like an advertisement for sushi and Sprite and summer. Okay. And then another one on top. Yeah, so that's the bottom layer. And then we got a top layer. Yeah. And then we want shell and water white. Okay. I'm not going to be able to go ham in the same way. That was really good. No, you know what? Let's leave that, but let's do really, really, really teal. Yeah. There you go. Now you're driving down the coast, past the sushi spot, drinking your Sprite, looking at the ocean, pondering its depths while enjoying the rise of desert land to the other side. But also it's just a beach. It's just a beach. Oh yeah. Fuck yeah. That's good. That's some good shit. Oh. Do we like the teal on the roadside? No, not that much. We like it that much. Okay. And we'll just get a couple of like real dots, because they would be droplets otherwise. Yeah. Gorge. Fucking beautiful, babe. Okay. Yeah, let's use the dark ocean color again, but we'll do with dots. Yeah. Oh yeah. We need dots there. And maybe like 1 or 2 waves if you can. Making a dark wave over a light surface is hard. Yeah, that was successful, but at what cost? I feel like it does its own thing. I think it's okay. You think so? Yeah, I don't think you need that part. Okay. Alright. And then we'll just do that. Okay. Yeah. Yep. amazing. That's fantastic. Okay. Yeah, bring me the green then. Oh, right, we're recording. Well, they can be part of the art night. It's art daytime. Let's just call it the maker's space. Yeah, this is looking more and more like an advertisement for California. I'm not surprised. I feel like I am a living advertisement for this place right now. For better or for worse, yeah, that's how it feels. That's generally how California feels. It's the edginess. People can't stand it. Okay, file, export. Imagine. I'm putting this in Studio. I'm calling it Coastal. Dang, that was pretty good. I really enjoyed that. That looks really good. Yeah. Okay. I fucking get it now. Yeah, I didn't get it before, but I get it now. I'll collapse them into one. Merge with layer below. Yep. Okay. And then we're just gonna ignore it. It doesn't exist right now. But we're keeping it. We're just gonna save. There we go. This is the safe way to keep your work in Krita. Krita's a dangerous app to use. Oh my god. Not through any fault of its creators, just from the attention, the type of attention it requires. The creators are amazing for what they made here. Naked in Manhattan, touch me, baby. She's so good. I had a dream about this song shortly after I heard it for the first time, and it was not enjoyable to be naked in Manhattan in my dream. It was not a good time. I was like, well, that's rough. And I actually have been to Manhattan now, so I had like a very visceral experience of that. I was like, well, that fucking blows. My favorite thing about any animal with scales is that they look a little bit like they are wearing armor. Like they're just ready for war, you know? It's reassuring sometimes. An even redder one for the tongue. Ooh. Nice. That's a good serpent's tongue. It's pretty fucked up. Maybe these are the album covers for Somewhere in the Rockies, Somewhere on the Coast, because I'm drawing like a snake and then like a coastal region. And like snakes are like the easy way for me to be like, yep, that's the desert, you know? For anybody who grew up in the desert, they know. A bunch of people who grew up in the desert just started arguing with me in my head. This is what it's like to be me. People just start complaining and arguing with me in my head. Yeah, now I need to make new fucking scales. Look, you're right. I agree with you. But you're also wrong. And that's where you're wrong. I don't make the rules. I know that's what I say every time I'm trying to back out of an argument, but I don't make the rules. That's quite the snake. I mean, it doesn't help that this is obviously also a spaceship. Like, if you weren't already fully convinced that the snake I'm drawing is a spaceship, please become fully convinced. Like, obviously that's what I'm doing. Everything is a spaceship for me, guys. I know you don't like being called guys. Okay. Alright. Yeah, this one's harder. Let's just draw the sand. That's worse? You don't want to draw sand? Sand is easy, you just scribble. Yeah, sand is the sound of scribble scrabbling. The serrations of the sand as the wind passed across it. Okay, yeah, yeah. See, you were wrong. I just needed to scribble scrabble. You're often wrong. If there's water in the desert, the snake will know. But you can't ask it by killing it. Electric blue for the knowledge of water. It's just that important. Okay.